being an immigrant is a very interesting status, because you leave. Uh, I became my grandparents, right? Like when my grandparents came to Brazil from Portugal, being an immigrants, and I was educated with the mindset of like hard work, of like what that represents, like the work ethics and being present, and all that. That was very, very rewarding in my career, because I think I always showed up, like in this sense. At the same time, I had my life in Brazil. I was already, engaged. I was working in a very creative company. It was a media company, like a newspaper, TV, and radio. So creativity was part of like that journey. So I thankfully had that cultural experience in Brazil, and also working in consulting in Brazil. Um, and being from Latin America and coming from North America, with like the ambition of like a very young psychologist who wanted to bring positive environments to the workplace. That was my mission when I. That's why I decided. And chose not be a clinical psychologist, to be a psychologist operating at in workspaces, because I felt that there was a huge opportunity to have an impact in this sense, in a greater in a greater capacity, in my view at that time. So I studied, but when I came here, I was nothing. I was no one. I was. Nobody knew the company that I worked for. Nobody knew the impact that that company had, like in Rio de Janeiro, in Brazil. I had uh, to conform in that when I came, right? And that was a learning by itself. I noticed that I couldn't be who I am entirely, because it was considered different. I had an accent. I had, I continually do make mistakes when I speak. It's not my mother tongue. I have three languages right now, and definitely make more mistakes in each one of like them every day. But I had to prove to myself that I am a person with a brain and capabilities regardless where I live.